Well, good day and I love you. I look crazy. I'm not really ready to be on here. I'm actually doing housework and making hormone balancing body barrier oil and skin salve. But I'm in the pocket and I want to share something because later when I have my makeup on and I look all amazing, I might not be in the pocket and it won't be the same thing. So bear with me. I'm beautiful anyway. When I was younger and I was in college, I went a year of school at a community college in Virginia. This is right after I'd had a car accident, right? Yeah. I played soccer with all men in a league there. I was the only female, and this is outside of DC. So we have every kind of people present, you know? My hair is driving me nuts. I'm just gonna have to not pay attention to it. Okay. We have every kind of people there. We have all colors, all cultures. We have a lot of Arabs. We have a lot of Persians. We have a ton of Latinos. We have, of course, it's soccer. We have a whole lot of Ethiopians and Africans, Ghanaians, Liberians. We have some men from Morocco. We have one American white boy, his name was Justin, and one American black boy, and his name was James. And everybody else was just everything else, I guess. I don't know. It was just like that there. Anyway, so I play soccer with all these men, and I meet a friend. His name's Ziad. And Ziad has a sister that goes to the same school we do, and her name is Susan, but they say Susan. And so Ziad and I hit it off, and he invites me to come over to his house after school. And so I go over to his house, and it was unlike anything. He's an Arab, and it's unlike anything I had ever experienced. Like, all this makes me really emotional. I fucking hate when people say that. I am an emotional creature. Sharing this story brings forth my emotion. Because it's like that for me. I can go back to a time and I can feel exactly what it felt like. So I get to go to his house, and his family is the coolest. I told you, okay, so he's in his early 20s. I'm like 19, I think. Yeah, this is right around the time I got a real massive car accident. I can't remember if this is before or after, because I got my head rocked and I don't remember, like 6 months to a year of my life. But his sister is a year younger than me, I remember. And so when we're at school, like, we talk to her in between passing and stuff like that. And she doesn't play soccer with us or anything. Like I said, it's all men. And then but we, like, when we're in between classes, we say what's up to her and stuff, and it's like just absolutely ordinary, normal for me. Now, when we go to his house, Ziad's room is in the basement of their family's house, and he has the whole basement. And Susan's room is upstairs, and Susan is only allowed to come downstairs to serve food. Traditional Arabic family. She is not allowed to hang out with Ziad and his friends. She's not allowed to hang out with the men, and she's not allowed to socialize like that. And so at the same time, I know Susan, and Ziad takes me upstairs, to meet his mom, and he has a little sister who I think was like 6 or 7 at the time, and I can't remember her name, but she was freaking adorable. She was so stinking cute, and she thought I was pretty neat. I also think, now looking back, she must have thought it was pretty neat to observe how they were letting me behave in this family, because I'm a woman, and his mother would let me come upstairs and she would teach me how to cook. She taught me how to stuff grape leaves. She taught me how to make hummus. And the little girl, his little sister, would help me, and Susan would teach me. So I would be able to go upstairs in this house and cook with the women and hang out with the women, and then go downstairs with my friend and hang out and eat with the men. And they allowed me to do this in their house. And I remembered one time when we were eating, and two random little things come to my head. I remember sitting at the table. This family was just so gracious. I remember sitting at the table after we'd cooked this food, and I asked that they please pass me the hummus. And the little girl starts laughing. She's like, "Ha!" She said, "Hummus." And the mother looks at her, and the whole family looks at her. And I realized, like, they were upset because she had called me out, and they were embarrassed that she thought she had embarrassed me, but it didn't embarrass me at all. And I said, "How do you say it? Did I say it wrong?" And she said, "Hummus," like this. And so I tried my best, and she giggled, and the family giggled at me. And they were so loving and gracious and tolerant of me. And then one time when we were hanging out downstairs, something came up about, and then another time when we were sitting at the dinner table, something came up about Israel, and everyone got like this, and then they started speaking things that I didn't understand, and the whole tone of the table changed, and I didn't understand at all. And so afterwards, I asked Ziad, I said, "What happened? What happened at the table?" And he said, "They were speaking of Israel." And he goes like this, "We hate Israel." Like that. And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Palestinians hate Israelis. Israelis hate Palestinians." Like that, just like whatever. And I thought, And I didn't know anything about any of that. And I didn't know anything about how deep that ran in their family. I'm sharing this story today because my friend Ziad was a Palestinian. And his home, his family, were some of the most tolerant, kind, loving people I've ever met. They took me into their home and showed me their culture and let me bend theirs in their own home and act in a way that they didn't let their own act. It's pretty freaking remarkable. I've also wondered how many Israelis were on that soccer field. How many of the Arabs were Palestinians? I know a few of them were Lebanese because they were my friends and they taught me Arabic words. There were some men from Iraq and some Iraq and some men from Iran. And anyway, none of us cared on that soccer field. None of us cared on that soccer field. And I do believe the children on the field of earth today are learning that these old differences and these belief systems that have created boundaries and borders between people in their hearts and in their allowance, it's just silly. It's just silly. And it's on its way out. Because whatever drum you beat, you know, when you come to play soccer on the soccer field, we all play the same. We all have to be part of the same team, and I think that's what time it is on earth today. I don't know if there's a moral of the story, just loving tolerance. And when you throw up those pictures today on your profile, and when you're claiming who you stand with and who you rise with, why don't you stand with humanity? Why don't you rise with love? Why don't you choose connection instead of separation today? Why don't you choose to be the solution? I am. It is evident in how I live and how those around me choose to live with me. It's really pretty how people accept me today. It's really pretty how people let me come into their home today. It's really pretty how people let me be. I love you. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm telling my story on there. We're about on chapter 3, which I think is probably going to come out tomorrow night. So that's all I have. I'm grateful to be here on earth in this beautiful form today with you, able to make change, able to be new, able to embrace new beliefs and behave differently so I can be a brand new girl on planet Earth in a brand new way. It's that time and we are here. Thank you for being here. I love you. I love you. I love you.